All right, man. So let people know who I'm sitting down with.
It's your boy Dsco, man. No bap. 80, you know, Drew Gang, long live money, long live phone now. No bap. Shout out my boy Mike Makes Movies. Come fuck with me, you know. Tapping in with me.
So how did you get your name?
That shit just came with me like on some young shit, really. That shit just came on some young shit, really. Like stuck with me. I forgot my homie Jawan called me. He was calling me Dsco. And bro, I just stuck with that shit, yeah. Cause at first he was saying some Dsky and all that shit. Bro, I just stuck with Dsco though.
So let the people know, man, where you from, what you claim.
Shit, I'm from 80 at the store, man. Jawan Squad, Money Strong, True Block, shit. Bro, Southside, 79 Vincents, all through that Chatham, West Chatham area.
So for the people that don't know, man, I grew up out west, man.
Right.
What was it like growing up over there?
Man, that was tough. Shit. Like regular, you know, regular shit. Regular street shit. Like, it was good at first though. Like, it was good at first. Motherfuckers had a good little childhood, like, from my town coming over there and shit. But like shit, it was just rough as hell. Like, the downtimes now, like motherfuckers getting older and shit, like that shit ain't the same. All type of shit happened, like, bro.
So, tell me a little bit about your childhood then, man. You know, before the street shit got involved, man. What was you into?
Shit, I used to like fuck around with the hoop and shit, like, shit.
You was a point guard?
I played like small forward point guard, but I used to be the big, like a little fat little motherfucker that could handle the ball, bro. I used to handle that motherfucker, pass it, all type of shit. But like really like just basketball, you know, getting fresh and shit, you know, kicking it with phone. Like, you know, that was way before now, so it's like we was like young and shit, like just having fun, you know, like, you know, getting fresh, down there trying to back highs and all type of little young shit, young nigga shit though. Like we was on some other shit young though. We wasn't just on no like fuck shit, you know. We was just on some other shit.
So I mean, did you finish high school?
Nah, hell no, I ain't finished high school.
What was your last year of high school?
Man, my last year of high school was like 2016, man. It was cracking out here, folks. I was like sophomore. Yeah, sophomore. Oh God. I went back to school though, so that's cap, cause I went back to school. I went to A.S. McKinley on the low end alternative school. I tried that for like a year, so probably I'd say 2017. I'm capping here like 2017. I forgot all about that.
So I mean, what was the reason you didn't finish school?
Shit, now that I think about it though, it really like wasn't no reason. Like the only reason was I was tied into some street shit, but like I could have went around that. Like I could have went to school in another area, another environment, but like shit, you know, I just said fuck that shit. Like I had kids, all type of shit. Like I was moving too fast, really.
How old was you when you had your first child?
18. Yeah, I was 18 and shit. My son.
How many kids do you got now?
I got 2. I got a son and a daughter.
Okay. So I mean, at what age do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you jumped off the porch?
Shit. That's crazy, cause I was bad as hell, like at 11, 10 years old. But like niggas be fronting they move, like when they be saying they be jumping off the porch and shit. So like for me, like have my own mindset with this shit, cause I wasn't never like lost. So like my own mindset, I'd say probably like 14, 13 around that, you know what I'm saying, around that time. I had my own mindset, like I knew what I want, like I knew what came. I basically accepted what came with this shit, like, and like basically like knew like this'll happen, that'll happen, like if I move this type of way, you know what I'm saying? So like I accepted everything around like 14, 15, you know, some shit like that.
So I mean, what was the reason you would say, you know what I'm saying, you started really getting active with the street shit?
Shit, really, when my homie Jawan died and shit, that was like my first like childhood loss, really. Motherfucker was dying like all around me and shit, like family members was dying, all type of shit, but like that street shit jumped off really when my homie Jawan died and shit, really.
That was somebody you had a close relationship with?
Hell yeah, that was my boy though, that was big bro. Hell yeah, for sure.
So I hear you say, I hear the name, Face World, Nuskigang Douwey4.
Right.
Break that down for me.
Shit. That shit just start like in my neighborhood, like on 80th and Stewart and shit. It's all the same shit, but it's like all like different homies. Like our homies passed away and shit. Like, you know, like phone them. Like they really was like them. Like they a little older than me. Like they an older generation. Like you say, like Face, he or like Nuski and like they older than me and shit. So like they from the hood and shit on Jew, but it's like we all like grew up different, like different generations. Like so everybody like I ain't really hang with them. Like you know what I'm saying, like that. So like shit like that. But like I know for them and shit. Like and shit like that. But they weren't my crowd. Like shit like that.
Okay, so I see Nuski, was that Lil Durk's cousin?
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with Nuski?
Shit, nah, I wasn't really no relationship like that. That was just like, that was like big bro, like I see folks, he'll see me, he'll be like on some little bro shit, like little folks, little folks get your ass up, like, how older niggas be, shit like that. Same way with like a lot of the older niggas, like that's how it was growing up and shit, like motherfuckers been around and shit. Then like my older brother, he was with that shit, so it's like motherfuckers was just maneuvering through this shit. Like motherfuckers, some niggas want to see you win, some niggas want to see you fall. So it's like, when you moving through this shit, you gonna bump into all type of niggas, like,
So who would you say you looked up to growing up?
What you mean, like as far as the hood or like
as
period?
As the hood, like, but before we even get into that, did you grow up with both of your parents?
Nah, hell no, I just grew up in a crib with my OG.
What was your father?
Pop's ass, his ass was wishy-washy, that's what I'm gonna say. Folks ass, I know folks and shit, like, I done been around them and shit like that, like, spent time and all that shit, but like, his ass was in and out of motherfucking life. So like, shit, folks wishy-washy, but he cool though, I'm grown as hell, I ain't got nothing, I got kids, my own BM, so it's like, I know how that shit be, but like, I know niggas ain't no excuse for that shit, like, shit like that. He could've did what he wanted to do.
So I mean, with your father not being there, do you feel like you look for male guidance in other individuals?
Hey, that's crazy, cause at first, I used to be thinking like that though. I used to be thinking like, damn. Like, I used to see all types of niggas. I used to see money getting niggas. I used to see street niggas, hoe ass niggas, like finesses niggas that get hoes. Like, I used to just be like seeing certain traits from niggas and like just seeing how they was elevating or probably how they was moving with the shit. And like shit, if it was like some shit I fuck with, I'd pick up off that. But like I ain't never like want to be like nobody and like, you know what I'm saying, like look up to a motherfucker to a certain extent. Like the only nigga I really like look up to is my homie, is like my big brother Spook, cause folks is brave as hell. Like that's the only nigga I'ma ever say like I looked up to. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. And bro,
you got any stories you can speak about, you know what I'm saying, something you seen growing up that changed you or and made you who you are today?
Shit, my first son, shit, really. That's the biggest thing, like as far as like, on some positive shit, like changing motherfucker, but like, as far as like that other shit, it was a lot of shit that I'd have seen that probably fucking motherfucker head, like, oh, you gotta move this type of way, you see what I'm saying, like, shit like that, but really my son was like the real like eye opener, like, alright, Sco, this shit real. Like you in this real world type shit. Like the street shit, like I knew that, but like when you in the streets, like at first, like when you in the streets for real, like you know what come with this shit, but like you don't know what like this shit gonna lead you for real. Like you see what I'm saying? Don't you like you don't know that for real. Like so it's like that shit was just that type shit. Like motherfuckers wasn't thinking like motherfuckers was gonna clock out, motherfuckers gonna go to jail, none of that shit. But like motherfuckers knew that's what came with it. But motherfuckers ain't know like if it was real or not. You see what I'm saying? Like motherfucker was seeing it, but like motherfucker ain't know like that shit happened like as close to you before like it happened. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Some motherfuckers still feel like that. Like that's all I tell to the shorties. Like this shit happen. You gotta be on point, On you and stick together and shit. Like you got a crowd with your homies and shit. Stick together. Be 100. All that food shit and snake shit is out the window. On you.
So of course I seen that news clip that circulated. About you being shot. Now, how many times did you get shot? Was it 10 or was it?
I got hit up 13 times. Hell yeah.
team?
They said it was 10. Look, this is crazy. This some whole.
Before we even get to that, I was gonna ask you if you felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Showing the people what that aftermath is like, cause
Yeah,
people don't
that shit ain't.
understand this shit.
It's real war scars. My shit, damn, it's hot as hell, but
I'm gonna move it a little closer.
that's real war scars, man. I really need something to wipe my shit up, but that's real war scars, man. My shit sweating on too, but
It's cool, man. Like, I just really like bounced back from that shit, bro. Like, I was just fucked up for a minute. I'm just now like getting back on my like, you know what I'm saying, steady like balance with everything. I feel like I can run better now. I was just hooping all type of shit, like busting their ass. What up?
What was that recovery process like?
Shit, it was cool though. You know, that shit was cool. Like at first, like before that shit, like I ain't had no like my own crib and all that shit. But when I bounced back, like shit, I had my own crib and like shit, I was comfortable. Like I was in another like basically space type shit. So it just helped it. Like it made it more like better type shit. You know. Instead of like being at another motherfucker crib getting shot all them times, then gotta hear all this shit they got going on. You know, some motherfuckers don't even want you around for real, don't you? So like shit, that shit was decent though. Like I got back, you know, bounced back.
Did you see that the news clip that they had where the Uber driver had the video? Did you see that?
Nah, I ain't see that shit. Nah, I ain't see that shit. I ain't see that shit, fuck. Wait, what you talking about? Which one you talking about?
It was an Uber driver. One of the Uber drivers that picked you up.
Yeah, no, I seen that. No, I'm thinking you talking about some other shit. No, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him on the phone. Like he cool and shit. Like we got a little relationship. Like as far as like, I could call him and like, how your day going? Like he called me, how my day? You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that.
good.
100 shit. Like I tell his ass like, man, I'm glad you was there. Like, cause when I got shot, I hop out the car, right? This is what I remember this. I walked up on somebody, they looking at me like I'm a zombie or some shit, like. So I'm not, like, by me seeing that, some motherfucker could have just left me out there. Like, motherfucker be like, man, what the hell? Like, that shit crazy. Like, some people don't like seeing shit like that.
I was seeing that people said there was people out there recording
Yeah,
cars that was actually driving past.
yeah. All type of weird ass shit. Bro.
So with him stopping, what do you feel like might have happened if he didn't stop? Like, what do you think he would have had to do?
Shit. What, like you say, if he didn't stop, what would happen?
Stop, yeah.
Shit. Man. I don't even want to, man, shit. It could have been like some real life death shit. I could have done a pass from it, you know?
What was going through your head, you know what I'm saying, as all this was happening?
My kids. No doubt. I was just thinking about them, like, man, shit. Like, that's damn near what was stopping all the pain, like me from feeling my pain and shit, cause I'm like, damn, I can't even, it was the thought on my head, like, damn, I could be checking out from this shit, cause I ain't even know how many times I got hit. So I'm like, damn, I check out, my kids gonna be just fucked up, like just no daddy, all this shit. So it's like, that shit was just on my man like a motherfucker. And I think that was helping me move faster. Like, that was helping me like move faster. Cause I'm telling you, gang, that shit was just like so fast. Like, a motherfucker wouldn't understand if they never got shot before. Like, cause I ain't understand that shit, but now I see. Like, especially went through what I went through.
So what is, for somebody that, you know what I'm saying, people that ain't been shot before, what does it feel like?
I mean, shit, I ain't feel no pain. That's what it is. Like, I ain't even know how many times I got hit. Like, the pain is when you on that motherfucking bed recovering. Like, when you get hit, you don't feel that shit. Like, I mean, some people say they do, but like, from my experience, I ain't feel nothing. I ain't feel none of that shit. That's why I ain't know how many times I got hit. Like, when I found out I got hit 13 times, I'm like, damn. And really, they didn't even know it was a bullet in me. That's why the 13 shot, they didn't know that was still in me. So I damn would have had a bullet in me that they didn't even know about. Bro, like some shit like that, that shit was crazy. I'm like, man, that shit was fucked up.
So did it surprise you that out of all the people that stopped, there was a white man that stopped to help you?
Yeah, it did though. Yep. Yeah. It just shows like people in the world is like, it's good people in the world. Like, hell yeah. There's good people in the world. Like the energy, it's just all about the energy. But like, I don't know, the way he came and like did that was a blessing. Like shit. He snapped, I ain't gonna lie.
So if you could talk to the individuals out there that's responsible for that, what would you say to them?
Ain't no talking. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk. No talking at all. Whoever did it, they should know what's going on, man, but I don't even know. Like when you got so much shit going on out here, man, you don't know what's going on. Like, I don't care. Everybody, same shit. Everybody get treated the same shit. I'm just.
So there's another situation that happened a few months back with a close childhood friend of yours,
Yeah.
Douwey4.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that?
Shit. I really, like, I could, but like, I really don't even, like, want to tap too much deep in it, like, but I could speak on it, but I don't really want to, like, on that other shit, you know?
Yeah.
I've been just getting through that shit, like, cause, like, I really feel some type of way about that shit, like, I ain't all these other niggas be just posting shit and be just, my look different, like, I be feeling a whole different type of way, so it's like, I be in my own little shell with this shit, trying to, like, get through it type shit. I don't speak on that shit, really. Like, yeah, but.
So I heard you say previously that around the time that he passed, y'all wasn't really seeing eye to eye.
Right.
Does it bother you? Does it bother you that y'all wasn't seeing eye to eye before he passed? Do you regret it?
Hell yeah, that's what it is.
That look different.
That's what it is, bro. I regret that shit. Like, I ain't gonna sit up in behind this camera and cap. Cause it's like, on Jawan, that was my, like, sandbox. Like, you know, that's my shorty. So it's like, on Jew, that just showed me, like, you don't, like, take the people that you really love, don't take them for granted, cause they wouldn't be here. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause you'll get into it, a motherfucker, and then it'll be like, not a big situation or a big deal, but like, it'll be put out to the world a certain way, and then that'll fuck everybody here. The motherfucker be looking at you like, damn, this motherfucker won't even just fuck with you just never. They don't even know, like, 10 years, like, they don't even know what really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know, like, what really be going on, bro. But it's like, if you know type shit. Like, with that shit, I just like, if you know, you know. I can't really please everybody, or I can't just be trying to be on good grace with everybody. If you don't fuck with Sco, fuck you. That's how I feel. I'm just, I don't lay at my niggas. I'm just.
Without speaking too much on that situation, man, does that situation taking place, did it change how you move?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mindset, hell yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't trust, like, it's like I really ain't trust nobody, but I don't trust nobody. Like, nobody. I don't like talk, I don't want to talk to people. It's like, it's to a point where, like, it's like certain people, I don't want to lose relationships with people, but like, how I be in my shell, people would think like, oh, I'm on some fool shit, cause I don't like talking. You see what I'm saying? Like, I be like to myself and my thoughts and shit, trying to get through certain shit. I don't eat, but some motherfuckers think like, you don't even fuck with them, cause you probably want to hit them up, and, you know, shit like that. But that shit definitely just showed me like, you can't be playing out here. Like, you gotta real life be solid, like all the way around. Like, you can't be trusting nobody. You gotta like stick with like your core. Like, you gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that shit really just showed me. Like, just all that new people and all that extras, that shit is over with. Oh, bro, I don't even do that. I don't really, that shit just made me don't even like outside for real, gang. I'm gonna be real. Like, Joe, I come outside, I don't even be outside like happy no more. Like, I be outside, like irritated as hell. Like, I wanna go in the house, bro. That shit irritating.
Do you feel like the music, do you feel like the music and just people knowing who you are, knowing your face, do you feel like that makes you a target, or do you feel like you always been a target?
Yeah, I feel like I always been a target. With that rap shit, just like some other shit. Like, the rap shit just make motherfuckers own you more. Like, just the rap shit just like, oh yeah, like guaranteed. Like, you know, you like a motherfucker see a motherfucker, they're motherfucker mistaken identity. But like, when you're a rapper and like you do that shit for real, like, motherfucker, that's just like, oh yeah, that's guaranteed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all the rap shit do, just get a motherfucker a little extra light and shit. But like, I don't really care about that shit, gang, bro. Like, that light shit and all that, clout and all that shit is nothing. I ain't gonna lie. That shit ain't about no paper. It's really pointless, bro. Cause like all this time motherfucker been rapping and not getting like paid and shit, like that shit is pointless from that, bro. Motherfucker gotta still finesse up and do all this other shit to get paid. And investing all the money in the rap shit, you know? So it's like, you gotta go all in with that shit.
So was music something that you always wanted to do?
I'm gonna be real. Hell yeah. I did though. I got a real passion for the music. I ain't gonna sit up here and cap. But like, I ain't gonna sit up here and like lose respect for myself for this shit. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and be like clout chasing or doing all that, getting in niggas beef or trying to hang with this nigga and do all this and that for no rap image. Like, the shit ain't genuine, it ain't 100, then I guess like that shit ain't for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I move. Other than that, I don't even want to just kick it with motherfuckers on no rap shit. I fuck with my homies, and like if a nigga, like niggas thorough, like if they thorough, I'll kick it with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it gotta be like real ties. It's to a point that shit gotta be real ties, like unbelievable ties. If it ain't like that, then shit, Dsco ain't got nothing to do with it. Shit, me personally.
So what's your thoughts on networking in the city?
That shit cool though. Like, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing against like the networking and shit. But like, you just gotta know who you network with. Like, you gotta know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's to a point where like, shit, you really can't trust no new people. Like, if you know, like if you network with a motherfucker, it's like, damn, you gotta real like know that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, as far as like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Do you feel like it's easier to network outside the city versus inside the city? I hear a lot of people say stuff like that.
I mean,
like they get more love outside the city.
Yeah, I think that's how it is really with every rapper in their hometown though. I think so. Yeah, the city. I mean, like Chicago. Like, if you got it, I mean, people gonna hate, but like, think about it. In Chicago, people gonna still play your music, even if you they op and you turn. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the rack is. So it's like, shit, you gonna still get your recognition if you like just doing what you doing, shit, in your lane type shit. Really, that's all it is.
So what's something you know now that you didn't know when you first started rapping?
Shit, I mean, about that streaming shit, you know, getting the money off that shit for real. Like, you know, like, it's all type of avenues with that shit. Like, you gotta just be all in type shit, and like, you gotta know certain shit. It's the littlest shit that you damn wouldn't know that you'll be missing out for like the longest type shit. Be like, damn, that's all it was.
Give me an example of that.
Like for example, like you see, like all this time, me and my homies was rapping this shit. We was just dropping we was dropping on tube and shit, but we weren't like dropping on, like we wasn't caring about how big it was to drop on like Spotify, Tidal, and you know what I'm saying. We was just on some whole other YouTube shit. But like, my homie Lil Money, he was on that though. Like, folks was dropping on he was on that platform wave and shit like that. But we, like, you know what I'm saying, like me and like some of my other homies that was rapping this shit, we just like, man, we just finna beat up the YouTube, like feed their ass on YouTube, like. Not even thinking like, shit, motherfucker just be dropping that shit and still won't be, you know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker know that, like, you dropping like a song or you dropping like an album, whatever, shit, distribute that shit the right way so you can get paid, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep coming like that, you know? Shit, you gonna get your results if you like working this shit. Like, that's why I know I gotta put some more work in, cause I know like they fucking with me. I just gotta go crazy, you know?
Yeah, I've been seeing you working. You've been working a lot, man. What's giving you that drive to keep going?
Shit, really, shit, just trying to want better, shit, want more. It's more than this life shit, like, it's more than this shit, like, I'm steady seeing motherfuckers around me keep getting on this shit, like, people that's close to me and shit. So it's like, man, I know this shit destined, like, it'll happen. It can happen, shit, it's all up to me, really. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see shit, you can't come fuck with me and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit just show a motherfucker like, you gotta just turn up. You gotta keep going, shit, really. Bro, that's all it is. You gotta keep going. Gain other more motherfuckers to fuck with you. That's where the network can come in at, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's coming through like on some genuine shit through your work, that's when, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Bro.
So, I mean, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Shit, Dsco as an artist, shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm versatile though. I feel like I could do any beat. I feel like I could do any beat, any type of beat it is, and like I'm gonna come on that bitch with my own style, like any type of beat. I don't care if it's no singing shit, no club shit, no pain shit, like no whatever, like making shit for females. I could come all type of ways, gang. Like it's just like shit. It's time, like motherfucker, gotta just come now. Like that's all it is. Like when I come, like when I drop my album, I'm just gonna have like all type of like different music. Like I might have some shit on there for the ladies. I might have some club shit on there. I'm gonna have some gangster shit on there, guaranteed. You know, like that's the type of artist Sco is. Sco ain't just like no drill rapper, like just on one level with this shit. I'm trying to take this shit to the next beyond, on bro.
Yeah, I could tell like the difference in Money Mode from Hurt Again. I could tell you coming different. Like you gotta
For sure.
create different sounds.
For sure, yeah. That's what it is though, gang. Like I ain't trying to really be like no. I ain't trying to really sound like no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to like real like a motherfucker hear Sco shit and like fuck with Sco, like they know like that's Sco for real. Like that shit came from Sco. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
You trying to get it to the point where when people hear it, they know it's you automatically.
type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like facts. Yeah. Hell yeah. New project coming. I'm gonna change the name. At first it was called Statement, but like shit, I'm gonna change the name. And then I'm finna shoot 2 videos this month. Hopefully they both drop this month. This shit called Glocks in a Party, and then this other shit. I don't know the name of it yet. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but like I'm gonna shoot them. Shit, I fuck with my homie Lou Visuals with the camera shit and Quincy online with the camera shit. On Jew, like I've been fucking with they shit, so I'm gonna hit them up with the video, the shit. But by spring, I'm gonna try to put like a little tape out, the little shit I was just telling. I'm trying to put that shit out for the fans and shit. Like then after that, I'm just coming all singles the whole year, bro. But that tape, motherfucker, really need to look out for that. That Statement, that shit gonna be hard. I don't know if I'm gonna have no features on there besides like gang and shit. I don't know, I gotta see, but I'll probably surprise motherfuckers. Cause I got niggas that fuck with me in the rap though. I got real street niggas that fuck with me, so I know I just gotta reach out to niggas a certain way, you know, come fuck with my shit. What else? Shit.
Is being signed something that you feel like is important, or would you prefer to be independent?
Yeah, I prefer to be independent, but it really like your situation. Like I signed a deal too though. Like some motherfuckers saying, well, I signed a deal. But it's like, it's all type of deal. So it's like, you gotta know what you signing. You see what I'm saying? Like you can sign a distribution deal, you can sign a record label deal, you can sign like a management deal, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all type of deals with this shit. So it's like, me personally, I just want like a distribution deal, like on some like, partnering shit, you know what I'm saying? Like on some motherfucker, like just be my partner, like come like, just be like that extra little push and like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody just taking over my shit and like basically controlling how I drop and all this other shit. But like, you know, whatever push a motherfucker boat, I wouldn't say don't sign. Cause like shit, that'd probably be like your quickest way out this shit. So whatever a motherfucker, you know, Lil Wayne and shit like that, you know, like.
Yeah, I feel like everybody listening to
like, that's like shit like that, guy. Like my uncle and them, my OG, they was just all they played was Lil Wayne, like you know them bird, like you know them phases back, like them 07 phases.
You listen to 50?
Hell nah. I ain't listen to 50. That's crazy though, cause I low key used to have the G Unit pants and all that other shit. I used to be wearing the G Unit and all that shit, folks. I used to fuck with that shit, but like on Jew, I ain't know that, you know, that was his shit. Like I ain't even know that was 50 shit, gang, on Jew. Like I just found that out later down the line shit. Like I used to see pictures of that when I was wearing that shit when I was a kid. I'm like, what the fuck my OG used to have me on?
So what artist was you listening to growing up?
Shit, I was listening to Herb, So, motherfucking, I was listening to LA, shit, Wayne, and shit, phone, like my homie from the hood, phone from the hood and shit, you know, I'm the only people I was really listening to.
So who would you say is your top 5 in the city, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Alright. I gotta put Douwey up there. On you, my boy, for. I put Lil Money up there. I'm gonna put Vaughn up there too though, cause folks was hard and he was a real stand-up guy. Shit. I say Cavo on you, I fuck with Cavo shit. Shit, 2X, solo 2X, on you. My big brother 2X. Folks got it. Them all my dogs, like the ones like I fuck with on the music shit, but like as far as like turned in the city, like I'm gonna get props what it's do. Like I say Dirt, motherfucking Soul, Herb. Who else in the city with it? I'm gonna say Key too, cause that's my blood. I gotta put her out there. She the hottest. She the hottest female in the rap, Queen Key. So I gotta put her out there. And, shit, me on Juke, I'm finna turn up with this shit, man. No doubt. I gotta put me up there. I ain't put nobody else. I'm tweaking. I'm putting it up. I gotta put school up there, man.
What do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself tucked off, man. My people's straight on Juke. My people straight, and I see me tucked off, living life. It's only every year is elevation, so it's like 5 years. That's enough time where I better have my shit on. You know, like it's better. Like, you know, I ain't trying to play with this shit, gang. Motherfucker gonna be old. I'm 20. I'm gonna be like down to 30 years old. 5 years down to 4. I ain't trying to be playing, but I'm 22 right now. But you know, down to 30 in 5 years. So like, trying to have this shit really going, gang. Like, you know, take care of my kids, take care of my, you know, my people and shit. Like, make sure they straight. That's the only goal with this shit, really. It's like when you doing this shit, like when you want it, you really won't even want it for yourself. You'll want it for like everybody else type shit. Like you'll want it for yourself, but like you want everybody else straight whole time though. You see what I'm saying? Like you'll be like, damn, as soon as I get on, I'm gonna buy this motherfucker that. I'm gonna put him in this school. I'm gonna get his business to this motherfucker, like shit like that. That's all it really motherfucker want really with this shit. Be a giver.
So what advice would you give to the kids out there that's growing up in a similar environment that you growing up in, but that's looking to take music more serious? Turn it into a profession.
Take music more serious. If you really want to do it for real. Be consistent. Shit. Don't be fucking with no fool people. Like, once they steer you wrong, cut them off. Anybody. But like, shit, take this rap shit serious for real. Like, learn the business. Shit, you know, be consistent. That's the main thing. Like, being consistent and learning the business. Basically, that's the main knowledge from my perspective. Like, I basically feel like motherfuckers should have. You know, shit like that.
So what can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, official_Dsco. Shit, YouTube, Nuskigang Dsco. Shit, that's really it. I don't really got no other social medias and shit. I just made a clubhouse though, Nuskigang Dsco, so y'all tap in on that bitch.
Hey, look, it seems like everybody been getting a clubhouse lately. I done made me a clubhouse.
Yeah, I just started. Oh, gang, I just made my shit last night on bro. Cause phone them steady telling me, make a clubhouse. They be on that bitch tweaking. I'm mad, I ain't wanna be on that. I'm like, man, I don't even like that capping ass shit. I'm talking my homie tell you, I'm like, man, I don't wanna be on there. Niggas arguing at speakers and all. I don't be with that social media shit niggas be on for. Like, niggas be tweaking for all on this cap shit. But I made it though, you know, shit, it's cool or whatever. I'm gonna check it out. Official Dsco, Nuskigang Dsco on that shit. Instagram, official_Dsco.